Jalen Brunson would literally have to pick up the phone and say, "Hey man, it's no issue with me. It's no issue with me."
He said if they lost, that was one of the teams he wanted to go to, meaning he still wants to go there, but he doesn't want to go there because he won't get any of the credit when they do win because this team has already won a championship.
Message.
Never in my years have I ever seen an agent pull out a whiteboard and circle all the teams that his guy can potentially win a championship with. This has got to be the most pathetic thing I've seen. Listen, you are LeBron James, bro. Your name stands on the weight it holds for all these years. Bro, your agent is out here making you look bad, but I think you're in on it. And what Rich Paul is essentially doing is bluffing. He's trying to make it seem like these are the teams that LeBron will go to, right? But he's really just trying to do a soft pitch to all these teams. He's really trying to make it seem like, okay, let me get on a podcast and explain why each team where LeBron would fit and what would do. Because let's face it, how many teams you think have reached out to LeBron? At this point, you can't sit there and tell me it's either one of these things. It's either LeBron James is really trying to wait to see what other big moves and big splashes land, because all of a sudden I hear interest from Philly now because you got Jalen Brown. So it just shows you one thing. This man's continuing to chase the rings. He's continuing to chase the best talent and play with the best talent anywhere he goes, because that's the only way he wins. And what else it's doing, it's just giving opportunity for teams to see exactly what will happen. But the elephant in the room is this man is actually trying to hint at Jalen Brunson to say, hey, if you want LeBron, you're going to have to make a call and tell your front office, because LeBron's not just going to ruin that. But the sad part is this man, LeBron, actually wanted to go to the Knicks if they lost the finals. So next year, if they get back there and they win, he could put the crown on and say, I'm the one that brought the championship to New York. Not that they just, made a whole roster and constructed a great team and brought in coaching staffs and won a championship or got close to it. Nah, LeBron wanted him to lose so he can come in and be crowned as savior and not Jalen Brunson. This man is a freaking 100% a narcissist, bro. I'm telling you right now, man, these dudes live for narratives. But don't take it from me. Let's get into today's video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe and let's do it.
I think it's difficult, right? Because the last thing you want to do is mess up something like that, right? The Knicks has a good thing going. That'll be, if the Knicks hadn't have won, there would be no board.
He'd be going to the Knicks.
He'd be going to the Knicks.
Interesting.
But the fact that they won,
I always thought that eliminated them. But the more I think about it, Rich,
well, it's a player thing, Max.
The Knicks can only afford vet minimums right now. They got rid of Mitchell Robinson because James Dolan, in spite of the fact that it took 53 years for them to win a championship, and the reports are his front office wanted them in the second apron for Mitchell Robinson, refused to go there, and he signs away with the Celtics. The Knicks have their hands tied by the second apron. They need cheap contracts. The rest of the conference got better. They have gotten a little worse. Knicks are weaker than they were. By the way, do they win that game if Mitchell Robinson doesn't get that offensive rebound, right? They don't have him anymore. They don't have his backup center anymore. They've lost stuff. I think it's a little different than it was.
LeBron's always judged different, though, Max. I understand what you're saying as a fan of the Knicks and as someone who has been around sports forever. But he's just always judged different, and that's a very fragile thing. And he's been a part of championship teams, and you've never been a. Here's the thing, he's been a part of a championship team with people coming onto the team. When LeBron comes onto your team, I don't care if you just won a championship. I don't care if you've been the best player. It's different, man. His enterprise value and what he just carries is different.
And I respect the fact
Mike Brown knows this.
And I respect the fact that he wouldn't, and you guys wouldn't want to mess that up for the Knicks.
Jalen Brunson would literally have to pick up the phone and say, hey man, it's no issue with me. It's no issue with me.
Jalen, balls in your court.
And I'm not saying that would make him make his decision.
But at least it would put him on the table.
Yeah, because you got to respect that.
Have the Knicks called?
Yeah.
Knicks checked in?
They checked in.
Never in my life have I ever seen something like this happen. This right here is what makes the NBA seem like the WWE. We're having a pipe dream of all these super teams or potential places to place this guy who's supposed to be the GOAT. I've never seen this before. I've never seen anyone's agent, Jordan, Kobe, Tim Duncan, Bird, Allen Iverson, Dirk, you name it. Any superstar you name, Steve Nash, anybody. I've never seen their agent on TV or on podcasts making up narratives, talking trash about Austin Reeves, and he's really the 4th or 6th man on a championship team, and just like, what are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Like, is this how a man is supposed to represent himself when it comes to his agent, when it comes to how he handles business? It just comes off as like a spectacle, like some clown shit. And for LeBron to seriously even consider going to the New York Knicks, I mean, that team has been pretty much a game or two away from NBA Finals the past couple seasons. They finally get there and win. If you lost, you really would consider going to New York to play with Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns and OG Anunoby, as stacked as that squad that is, and not stacked in superstars, but stacked in a roster that's full of rotational pieces that can all mesh together and win some big games and actually go on a deep playoff run. You wanted to really put you in the mix of that? Like, what, are they allergic to competing? Ladies and gentlemen, is LeBron James allergic to competing? Does he ever want to go somewhere and just say, I want to build a team here that has nothing, and not bring on 2 superstars, and not play with a team that, like, has he ever done that? Like, he has to get on a top heavy team. And not even that, it's not even just LeBron, it's the Rich Paul portion of this. We're continuing to watch Rich Paul just make a fool of himself. And I don't think he realizes how bad it makes him look that he's doing all these things. Like, this man is essentially trying to pull a soft pull on Jalen Brunson and getting the call of the front office to say, I want LeBron James because he wants to come here. Like, he wanted to say that out loud for a reason. These people are calculated, right? You won't think Rich Paul is just saying that because he wants to say that. No, he's saying that because LeBron is interested in coming to play with the New York Knicks. He said if they lost, that was one of the teams he wanted to go to, meaning he still wants to go there, but he doesn't want to go there because he won't get any of the credit when they do win, because this team has already won a championship. But however, I will get one last ring so I can tie Kobe and get my 5th ring if Jalen Brunson wants to make that call to the front office. That's exactly what we're witnessing here. This is the cheapest way I've ever seen a person who's supposed to be of great stature in the NBA, a legend, a top quote-unquote 5 player for what he says, or the greatest of all time for what he says. I've never seen a player go out this way. And I don't even think New York fans want LeBron James. I know for a fact I got a few Knicks fans that are from New York that are probably going to comment on this video. You tell me right now, do you want LeBron James on the New York Knicks? Do you want this guy on the team? I'll leave it at that, guys. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe. And guys, if you want to join $6.99 a month, you can become a member of this channel and support me monthly. And yeah, continue to make some more videos. If you haven't checked out the video with me and Scap on Scap Attack, check out his YouTube. We're talking about the Jaylen Brown situation. And like I said, guys, I appreciate you for watching as always. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.